Got Clayton over there doing a little spillway fishing. I already caught one drum, but we're gonna hang out, see if we can't catch some catfish tonight. Get back to you. Bye. Hell yeah, man. That one held it over.
Oh, I got two flatheads right here.
Shoot, yeah.
With some goodie. Come through here, help me get them off the hook.
You ain't got pliers?
No.
Oh God.
Oh, he chucked me.
Really? Alright, what's up guys? We're finishing up the night out here at the Spillway. I didn't really do any good myself. I caught one small drum, but Clayton right here, he did pretty good. He caught, let's see, let me flip this around. He caught a decent little flathead, another small one. He caught this carp. I don't know what he's thinking, but he wanted to try to eat it. So we'll see how that goes. But we'll get back here in a little bit. We're going to take them home, try to fillet them out, and do a little catch and cook. Alright, what's up guys? Give you a little go around on what's about to go on. We got our fish right here at the moment, bleeding them out. That way we can get some nice white meat. As you can see, again, we got two flathead. Clayton wants to try this carp, so we're gonna roll with it. But right there's Clayton doing his thing. Set up right here. And we'll get right back to you. Alright, what's up guys? This is the first flathead Clayton caught earlier. So we just bled it. So now we're gonna fillet him out. I like to start, most people start up at the head. With the catfish, you don't really want to penetrate too far, just because you're going to take pliers at the end and hook to the skin, and it just slips it right off. Just give it a little bit more of an edge. Catfish, they definitely got some thick skin. Back up to the top. Yeah. Get that knife cut. So that skin is tough. It'd be better if my knife was sharper. It's pretty much when you get down there, try to peel a little bit back. Let me grab my pliers real quick. Alright, so peeled the skin back a little bit, got to hold up with my pliers. Ripped off. But you can usually get a good hold on it. And just peel it right down to the back. Just like that. So we're going to go ahead and finish this catfish right here, and I'll get back to you with the next. Alright guys, I'm here with Clayton. He had the idea of wanting to eat this carp. So he's scaling it out because anybody that is full with carps knows how tough their scales are. Can't cut through them. So, you know, a little simple way, just take a butter knife, scrape it all off. And then here in a second he'll do the same thing to the other side. But we'll get right back to you. Alright, so here we go. He's got it scaled, so now he's going to start trying to fillet it out. It does so much better when you get rid of the scales. It saws right through. And when you're doing that, make sure to let the fillet knife do its thing. That's why they make them flexible. Get as close as possible to that spine. Helps keep you off the bones. Might have to get a little further back with it.
I got it.
There we go. Alright, so what he's about to do is he's going to start peeling the meat back a little bit and just following the bones.
This is good white meat too. Never had carp. Ever. But it's gonna be good.
And the meat definitely looks better than the freshwater drum does.
Oh yeah.
If there's never been anybody that hasn't eaten freshwater drum, don't do it.
It's not good.
No.
It's rough.
Just super fatty. But this meat definitely looks different. So, curious. You're just following the rib cage.
Filleting every fish is really different. Like catfish, for me, is super easy to fillet. Bluegill can be a little tough. And this is just pretty much just like catfish to me. For me, the bigger fish are a lot easier to fillet. Alright, there we go. That's the end of the meat. Salt it off. And there you go.
Alright, what's up everybody? It's the next day after catching these catfish. So now what I'm going to do is I got them out, already drained them. Had it soaked in salt water all night. I've already got my mix made up right here. Now what I like to do, let me flip the camera around real quick. But what I like to do is get some self-rising flour, gives an extra crisp, and I just use seasoned oil, garlic. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper to that real quick before I do anything else. But usually I like to have a couple eggs mix in a bowl, almost like you're doing scrambled eggs, and mix it up real good. But sadly I'm out of eggs, so we're just gonna roll with it like this. It's still gonna work good. I already got my oil in the pan, got it heating up. So all I'm gonna do is just start dropping my fish in the batter. It's a nice chunk of meat right here. I can give it just a little mix when I drop it in, just because that allows it to try to have the most even coat that you can possibly get. Alright, so there's all 4 fillets. Seal it up and just give it a real good mix. Work it around real good. Like I said, a nice even coat. Mix it around a little bit more. Alright, that's nice and mixed up now. Alright, the oil should be nice and hot. So I'm going to slowly start dropping these in here, one at a time. As you can see, it's a nice, good coat on that. Until it was hot. Lay it on there easy. Try to keep from burning yourself. And when you're doing these fish and stuff like this too, make sure to have your heat set down to about medium, because you don't want it to cook too fast. Nice even cook. That way you still got a nice crisp, but it's also done all the way through. So I'm just gonna let this sit there since those are pretty big. All right, I went ahead and set a plate out, put a paper towel on it, kind of catch some of that grease. Now fish doesn't take very long to cook, so you got to be fairly quick about flipping it. And that's also going to help you have a nice even crisp. Let it sit too long on one side, you'll burn it up. So, I mean, you can just see the collar on it. It looks really good. Hopefully it tastes as good as it looks. Let this sit there for a couple minutes and it should be about done. Like I said, it usually cooks really fast when it comes to fish. And cooking it like this on top of that. Alright, so it's been sitting here for a couple more minutes. Give it another little flip, just to kind of make sure it's cooking all the way through the way it's supposed to. I have a knife ready, that way I can cut it and make sure it is cooked all the way through before I take them both off. Seems like it's done. It's wanting to kind of break apart. Lift it up so you can see it a little bit right here. Probably needs to cook for just a little bit longer. No big deal. Just throw it back on there. It is a lot thicker meat, so it will take a little bit longer than most. And if anybody has any, good recipes or something like that they'd like to share, be sure to put it in the comments down below. Alright everyone, fish is all done, so it's time to taste it. This will be my first time ever having flathead catfish, but it looks pretty good. Let's see if it tastes as good as it looks. Oh man, I tell you, my favorite fish to eat usually is crappie and bass, sometimes trout, big trout fishing. But I tell you, I've only had catfish a few times, never really made it myself, but cooked this flathead, I'm telling you, this is amazing. So anybody that hasn't tried it, you can watch this video, follow the same recipe I did, super easy. Alright guys, so that does it for the video. I'd like to give a shout out to my buddy Clayton. He wasn't able to be here today. He had some things going on, so he caught these fish and he's part of this video, so go look him up on YouTube. It's West Virginia Outdoors 101.